We're on.
How much film do you have?
I got plenty of film.
Okay.
Just read.
Okay.
But my battery only lasts about an hour.
Oh dear.
So you got to go.
I'm Dolores Colleen Guthrie. Boland. I married Rex Boland on February the 11th, 1954. I was born April the 9th, 1936 at Bohannon Mountain. I'm the first of 7 kids.
And where's Bohannon Mountain?
Bohannon Mountain's that away.
It's west. It's west of Huntsville.
Okay.
Okay.
You're the first child of 7.
Okay, first child, 7. I married Rex, I told you that. I have 2 kids. Wesley Jefferson Boland, born May the 18th, 1956. Mary Ann Boland, born October the 25th, 1958. I have 4 grandkids, and I think I got their birthdays right.
Okay.
Paul Boland Mayer, October the 3rd, 1979. Is that your birthday, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay. Drew Michael Mayer, 5/6/80. Katie Colleen Dorothy Mayer, April the 6th, 1986. Miles Prince Boland, 11/21/88.
Your address.
My address? Oh, you want the address on these?
Yep.
Okay. I live at 1304 Northwest 10th Street in Bentonville, Arkansas, 72712. Things that I'd like to say. Oh, I can't tell you all the things I'd like to say.
Just think of one thing.
Oh, okay. I went to school. I started school at Bohannon. I only went whenever it wasn't really bad, so we didn't go all the time. Went to Mount Pleasant, and then to Mountain Springs, and they consolidated us. That's when I was in the 8th grade. They consolidated all of the county schools, and we went to Hinesville. We went through the 8th grade there. Then we went to Huntsville to high school. My favorite childhood memory is probably beating up on Carla. My favorite chore, I didn't have any favorite chores,
Milking.
but I had a lot of them.
Well, you got to decide which one's favorite, which one you hated the worst.
My favorite chore, cleaning up the house. My favorite chore is cleaning the house.
Your favorite one?
And what was your least favorite chore?
My least favorite chore was having to cook.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
Interesting. I learned my cussing from Daddy, and I'm good at it.
All right.
We all know that.
That's it.
That's about all.
Anything else?
No, that's about all you need to know about me.
All right. You're on.
I'm Carla Claudine Guthrie Hill. I was born May the 17th, 1938 on Bohannon Mountain, same place that Dolores was. I'm the second of the seven kids of Lola and Johnny Guthrie. I married Bob Hill in July the 12th, 1958. I have 3 kids, Tammy O'Neill, 12/8/57, Tony Hill, 5/8/60, Yvette Sid Hill, 2/23/65. And if you want me to list all of these grandkids and great-grandkids, it may take you hours.
Just go as fast as you can.
Bud O'Neill, born in 74, Mandy Hill, born in 78, Tyler Hill, born in 87, Jared Walden, born in 84, Kelsey Walden, born in 86, Danica Hill, born in 93, Damari Johnson, born in 99, Tanner O'Neill in 97, Wrangler in 04, Hayden in 64, Taryn Champlin in 99, Connor Thomas in 04, and Damian Diaz in 02.
That's the grandchildren, right?
That's grandchildren and
Great-grandchildren, okay.
And I live at 18703 East Black Oak Road, Fayetteville, Arkansas, 72701. I went to school the same place Dolores did.
Which was?
Bohannon Mountain, Mount Pleasant, Mount Springs, Hinesville, and Huntsville. I guess one of the things that I remember most about growing up was sneaking. Well, we didn't sneak, but we took Daddy's old GMC the ton and a half truck to the school route. Didn't have any brakes on it. We'd come down the hill and I'd put it in old granny gear and Dolores would jump off and run down and open the gate so I wouldn't run through the gate, and then she'd jump back on and we'd ride on the rest of the way home. So that just about takes care of me.
Well, what was your favorite chore?
Oh, my favorite. I certainly didn't have any favorite, but it sure wasn't cutting sprouts.
So that was your least favorite chore?
Yes. No, I don't know. I hated to cook. I hated to clean house. I guess my favorite chore was playing.
Playing.
I'm getting out of work. My favorite chore was trying to get out of work.
There you go. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Now,
My name is Freddie Charles Guthrie, oldest son of Johnny and Lola, third child in the family. I was born in May the 3rd, almost forgot, 1941. About 2 miles out the ridge here, right straight west on the Jim Mason place. So in 64 years, I have gotten 7 miles from where I was born. This is my wife, Clarice Faye Ogden Guthrie, and we have one daughter, Dana Lynette Guthrie Hudson. 2 grandchildren, Hillary Sigolinski and Zach Hutchison.
and their birthdays.
Don't know their birthdays. Oh, Hillary's birthday is May the 4th at 90. Zach's is June the 30th, 94. Also have 2 step-grandsons. They are Scott and Aaron Hutchison. Don't know their birthday.
You need to speak up. There's a lot of noise coming from over here.
That's about it. We was married a long time.
When were you married?
We were married when was we married? In 1962.
And I need your mailing address on there.
Mailing address is 556 Schaffner Lane in Elkin, Arkansas. 72727. I have roamed around on this old mountain and stumped my toe on just about every rock on this mountain. I retired from the post office in 1997. Since then, I've done a little farming, mostly hobby. My number 1 hobby is trap shooting, hunting, and fishing.
All right. And you.
My secondary hobbies is listening to my nephew make music. I like all kinds of music.
All right. And what was your?
Especially rock and roll.
What was your least favorite and your most favorite chores?
My most favorite was going to get the milk every night. We kept the milk in an old dug well out back of the house. We would lower it on a string and let it stay there during the day, and at supper time we had to go get the milk and bring it in. I like to go get it because I would pull it up out of the well and I would drink the cream off the top of it before I got back to the house. My least favorite chore was picking up rocks. And anybody that has ever been on Pap's place knows that we didn't make a dent in them. But we picked up quite a few, and I didn't like picking up rocks.
All right.
But I like going and get the milk and drinking the cream.
That's all.
Turn it off.
All right. On.
Okay, we're doing Doyle because Doyle did not want to come, or I was unable to come because of the heat and the distance and his old age. So, you get what you deserve, Doyle.
Say his whole name.
Doyle Arthur Guthrie, Was born October the 19th, 1944. He was born at the Jim Mason place, about I think the same place that
Freddie was
Fred
born.
was. He's the second son, the fourth child of Lola and Johnny Guthrie, and he's currently married to Barbara. What was her name? I don't know.
Barbara. No, Barbara.
Can't remember her last name.
How many times have you been married?
Oh my God, more than I can count.
More than we
Three
have hands
together.
on the fingers.
He's been married. I think this is probably the fourth time. I think. He has one son by one of his wives, and I'm not sure which one. His name is Eric.
Eric Guthrie.
And he's probably about Dana's age, so he's close to 35.
His name is Eric. It's Michael. It's Michael.
Eric Michael, maybe.
No, it's Michael.
We're going to have to expedite this. My battery's already starting to
Okay.
show a little bit of wear.
Okay, one of the two. And Barbara has a daughter named Nicole, which Doyle has raised all of her
How
life.
do you say it's Nicole? Her name is Debbie.
You do it.
Her name is Debbie.
Where I got Nicole.
Oh, well, you got Nicole. Her name is Debbie, and she was just a small child when they was married, so that basically is Doyle's daughter. So they live in Tulsa,
And
on Yorkshire Road.
don't know the address. Debbie has a little girl named Caitlin.
Okay. We don't know much about you, Doyle.
And Doyle went to school probably about the same place Fred did, because he started just a few years after him. And I'm sure that he's like Fred, he's tramped all over these woods and all over everywhere and stuff.
Now, what's Doyle's full name?
Doyle Arthur Guthrie.
Okay. And so now's your chance to talk about him.
We've already said all we want to about the old fat thing.
No, one thing I remember about Doyle was that he was a school bus driver whenever I was in first grade, so I got to sit on the heater and ride to school when he drove the school bus.
He was just a little spoiled brat when I could really ride.
Okay, that's enough, Doyle. You should cut him.
All right, Doyle, that's all they got. Going.
I'm Lanny,
Lanny
and my
what?
last name is Guthrie, and I am one of the originals. I'm the fifth one of the whole bunch. My wife's name's Jean. I got two of the greatest boys that there ever was. That's Kurt and Chad. It don't matter when I was born, I was born.
When were you born? What's your birth date?
7/24 of... Oh, shit, I don't even know. What is my birthday? 7/29/51. I got a great wife and a bunch of great brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews, and I enjoy this side of the mountain probably more than the rest of them do, because it's like coming home. And I was born on this mountainside naked. They'll probably bury me down here in Cherry Creek with a wore-out pair of jeans, and go back and be any happier than me. And I'm done.
Read their birth dates so we'll know when they were born.
I don't know their birthdays. I don't even know their names. I got 5 grandkids. Tasha was born 1/10/88. Nikki was 7/8 of 89. Shannon of 2/20 of 91. Jason of 8/8 of 92. And my little blue eyes, Carissa Rochelle, born 7/7 of 94.
And we need Kirk and Chad's birth dates too.
They was found under a rock. I picked them up on a rock over somewhere around in Elkins. I think Kirk was born somewhere around 3/17 of 74, and that's where I found him under a rock. Chad was somewhere around 7/24 of 80. And I think I picked him up in Madison County somewhere.
Did we get your mailing address? Gene, tell us your mailing address.
P.O. Box 227, Goshen, Arkansas,
All right.
72735.
And that's subject to change tomorrow, because I may move and nobody can find me.
And what was your favorite and least favorite chore?
Work. And I still don't like to work.
You want to say anything else?
No,
It's
not
your
really.
chance.
No, not really. Love my brothers and sisters and all my nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews and that whole bunch. I am the black sheep and the outlaw of the whole bunch. And I smart off more than any of the rest of them. And if they think they can keep up with me, they better get ready because I'm going to smart off some more this afternoon. We're done.
You're done. You're on.
I'm Mitzi Teresa Guthrie. I'm the sixth child of Johnny and Lola. This is my husband, Bill Enderlin. We got married.
Talk loud because there's a lot of noise going on.
30th of 1977.
1977. We have two children. One, Stormy Renee Caney, who was born on July 7th, 1974. We have Kenneth William Enderlin, which was born on August 6th, 1979. We have two grandchildren. We have Jordan Holiday Riles, which is Stormy's, and that one crying in the background is our newest grandson, Case William. And we live in Elkins. What else would you like to know?
That's the only kids and grandkids.
Oh, well, we do have two more kids. We have April Enderlin, which was born in 73, December of 73, and Shannon Enderlin, who was born in March of, when was Shannon born?
70.
2 years after April?
1977.
Probably
No, 78. And actually, we were married December 30th of 1979. No, 78.
We don't know when we were
77,
married.
78.
We're not sure when we were married, but we are married still.
All right.
And we have 4 grandchildren. April has 2 boys, and Shannon has 2 girls.
You know their names?
Oh, now you're touching me. One is Kyle Enderlin and Van Enderlin, which belongs to April. And then we have Desiree Enderlin and Destiny Enderlin.
You happen to know their birthdays?
No.
Kyle's is in April, and he's 15. So we have Kyle, and he's 15. And Van is, Jordan, how old are you? 11. Van is 12, isn't it? Van is 12. Destiny is 6, and Desiree is 4.
Do you have a story?
Do I have a story? I remember big get-togethers because we were the younger kids. So when everybody would come home, the older girls, of course they had already done all the dishwashing they wanted. So Creed and I got the dishwashing for the whole family because they had already done their share, they said. Of course the family had grown by the time we got around because they had kids. So I remember that. That was a lot of fun. We actually did have a good time. Mother always cooked a lot on Sundays, so we had big get-togethers. I remember fond memories of coming home, seeing all the family, even if I did have to wash the dishes.
All right. So you got a favorite chore and a least favorite chore.
Oh, my least favorite was having to carry the wood around. Hated carrying the wood in the wintertime. Daddy made us a sled one time, and that was not any more fun. And I never had a favorite chore, ever. I didn't like doing anything. But Mother was good because I didn't have a lot of chores. She made the older girls, but she learned from them, so we didn't have to do as many chores as they did. And they're nodding their head because they think we're spoiled.
All right. Anything else you want to say? All right.
Long-winded.
Okay, my name is Creta. Actually, it's Lou Creta.
Right.
Yeah, I
But
don't
we
say
go by
Lou
Creta. Jean Guthrie. I was the 7th of the 7 kids. My married name now is Craddock. At one time I was married to a Clark, and I have 3 children by the Clark. One of them's name is Kelly Dawn Clark Jones.
Birthday.
Her birthday is 12/1 of 76. And then I had a son named Casey John Clark, and his birthday is 5/23 of 79. And then I have the youngest son is Zach Cooper Clark, and his birthday is 2/26 of 86. I have 4 grandchildren, and then Randy has children, so I have 3 step grandchildren. My grandchildren's name is Heather Nicole Jones, and she was born on 11/24 of 93. And then Sarah Beth Jones, and she is born 9/28 of 96. And then Cameron Taylor Clark, and he was born 8/20 of 99. And then Hunter Guthrie Clark, and he was born 9/11 of '03. And the 2 boys was Casey's and the 2 girls was Kelly's, and Zach has no children yet. And I went to Hinesville School when I was in the 1st through the 6th grade. Went to Hinesville School from the 7th to the 12th grade.
If you remember, I went to Hinesville with you once.
Yeah. For a little while, you went to Hinesville for a little while.
To visit.
Yeah, to visit. Yeah, okay, and it says something, yeah. Oh, where I live at right now, I live at Wesley, and I have lived there now for 28 years.
And your mailing address?
My mailing address is 1356 Madison, 7305, Wesley, Arkansas, 72773. And the things that I can't really pinpoint just a whole lot of little things. But I love my childhood. I love my brothers and sisters. I wouldn't have chose a different family. I'm very proud to be in this family. Mom and Dad have done a great job raising us. They all taught us to love each other, and I love that about the family. One of the things I remember when I was growing up is we had to walk to the school bus. Kids hear all this stuff, you have to walk to school. Well, basically we did. We had to walk to the school bus. And one year it was so cold when I was walking that my hair frostbit. And it turned white in this spot that I had all that gray white spot. And we swear that has to be what it's from. And I didn't have a favorite chore. I didn't like chores, so I had a way of getting out of the chores. And so while Missy was having to do the chore, I'd have to go to the bathroom, which the bathroom was at the outhouse. So that always took me as long as it took to do the chores. So I didn't have to worry with doing the chores. But I have a lot of fun memories of my family, and there's way too many to talk about.
You don't have one story you want to tell?
One story? No. Oh, no. Okay. The one story is me and Missy and Lanny. Of course, that was the 3 of us. We grew up together more as a family, as just the 3 of us. And we were playing dolls, and we were playing hospital. And we put mine and Mitzi's and Lanny's doll in the oven, and that was the hospital beds. And we forgot whenever we got finished playing, and we left them in there. And this was in a wood stove. And Mom got up the next morning and built a fire, and Lanny's doll burnt up. And he cried about his doll burning up, and that his sisters burned up his doll. But I still have my doll, and Missy still has her doll. Just Lanny's doll burned up. So he was the sickest. That's all.
All right, that's enough.
Hi, my name is Wesley Jefferson Bowen. I was born May 18th, 1956 in Springdale, Arkansas. I'm the first of 2 children. My parents are Rex and Dolores. I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest grandchild. I'm married to Paula Ann Prince. We have 1 child, Miles Prince Bowen. His birth date is 11/21/88. I have no grandchildren. I have no grandchildren. We live at 3009 West New Hope Road in Rogers, Arkansas, 72758. The story that I remember is in the summer I used to stay out here at Grandma and Grandpa's place, which is right back there. And I used to play with Creta a lot because she's only a year older than me, and I was the only person that I knew that had an aunt that was only 1 year older than me. But we would go out at night and catch lightning bugs and put them in a jar and then go in her room and play with the lightning bugs. That's pretty much for it. This is my family.
My name's Mary Ann Boland Mayer. I was born the 25th of October of 1958 in Huntsville, Arkansas. I'm the 3rd living child of Dolores and Rex Boland. I'm married to Don Mayer and have 3 children. Paul Boland Mayer, born 10/3 of 79. Drew Michael Mayer, born 5/5 of 81. And Katie Colleen Dorothy Mayer, born 4/6 of 86. Paul's wife, Kristen Mayer, was born October of 80, October 20th. And Calvin, our granddoggy, was born in May.
2003.
Thank you. We currently live in Vaughn, Arkansas, and we have a dairy farm. I used to help at the dairy farm, but it seems like every time I went to the barn, I got pregnant, so I quit working on the farm, and I work at the bank now. Dawn still works on the farm every day, every night, all the time. I have lots of memories of Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah, your mailing address? Your mailing address.
Did it say that on here?
No.
My mailing address is 5089 South Vaughn, Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, 72712. Okay. My memories of Grandma and Grandpa, of course, is of Grandma's the chocolate gravy and the no-bake cookies. And also, Grandma told me a little fib once. She told me that if I ate the burnt popcorn that she burnt, that would get bigger, but they never did, so it didn't work. So she kind of fibbed a little bit. My memories of Grandpa was when he kissed me. He always said that he could give you a little kiss and clean you up with his whiskers. So I remember coming out and playing a lot with Creta every summer, enjoying staying with her and getting to take baths in the old wash tub.
Okay. Paul.
My name is Paul Bolin Mayer.
Just throw your interest.
Just the interest.
I'm sorry.
We love to travel. Kristen's been to Italy, Germany, China, and Portugal. I've been to Japan and South Korea, and we just got back from Ireland and England. The thing I remember about Grandpa is he could eat fried chicken without his teeth. And Kristen, the first time that she met Great Grandpa, she was wearing a ponytail, and he said that he used to know how to do that because he always did his pony's tails like that.
All right.
I got
Drew?
some memories about Grandpa. I remember how he used to keep his mules out all the time when we played with those when we were younger. How he used many adjectives in his sentences, and how he could eat anything without his teeth. Those are all my memories.
All right. Katie?
My memory is bringing Grandma and Grandpa KFC after church one day because that was always Grandpa's favorite thing. And then Great Grandma was the one that introduced us to the famous chocolate gravy.
All right. Y'all want to say anything else?
Just have wonderful memories.
You're on.
Okay, now just off of this. Okay.
Your whole name.
My whole name. Am I ready?
Yep.
Oh, we're talking all this time, huh? Okay. My legal name? Yvette Jean Hill. Same name. I was born February 23rd, 1965 in Wichita, Kansas.
Your parents are?
Carla and Bob Hill.
Okay.
I am the third child. I am married to no one. I have 2 kids. Their names are Jared Lane Walden, born 9/9/84. This is his girlfriend Kayla. 9/12/83. Yeah, what is it?
No.
15th.
Oh, that's 12. Terry's is the 12th. Okay. And Kelsey, which is in here, Kelsey Elizabeth Walden. And hers is 11/12/86. Yeah. And this is Kelsey's baby, Damien Andre Diaz, 12/7/02. I currently live, yes. Any interesting facts about your family, your interests, memories, and Grandma and Grandpa? Jared, take over. You want to tell them a memory?
We got to tell who he is first.
Oh, I already introduced you.
Jared Lane Walden. I was born September 9th, 84. I live in Fayetteville with my girlfriend Kayla.
And your wiener dogs.
And my wiener dogs. And I just remember when I was a little kid, we used to play out here in the trailers and stuff. And I was always too young to roll down the hill in a tire. But I've heard a lot of stories.
And in case you don't know, you have sideburns just like Grandpa Johnny used to wear.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell him about how you like to listen to Grandpa's stories.
I don't remember
He had some real good stories, and grandmas were real good. I mean, it was just
They didn't have indoor plumbing.
Yeah, they did.
When I was growing up, it was awful.
That's right. They didn't have indoor plumbing when we were here.
It was awful. You didn't stay all night very often because you had to know.
Anything else you want to say?
That's hard.
Okay. On.
All right. I have to read my name is?
You do.
Oh, Lord. My name is Tammy Lou Hill. Married name O'Neill. I was born December 8, 1957, Springdale, Arkansas. I am the first child of Carla and am married to Freddie O'Neill. I have one child, Buddy O'Neill, 7/4 of 74. I have 2 grandchildren, Tanner Ladee O'Neill, 9/30 of 1997, and Wrangler Allen O'Neill, of 2004. And I currently live at 11937 Antoinette, Elkins, Arkansas, 72727.
All right.
Now what?
Do you have any memories? His name, his birth date?
You didn't ask for his birthday.
Well.
It's the 1st, the 17th of 53.
Okay.
And
Any memories of the farm?
memories of being here, and there was always lots of hugs and kisses and lots of eating and lots of family and riding in the rodeos and going to the rodeos and riding with Jack and Grandpa when he'd take Jack in the little cart and away we'd go.
Do you remember that Grandpa used to turn the truck off when he was going down a hill to save gas and turn it back on the way back up the hill?
Yeah, there's lots of little things.
Lots of little things.
If you really had time to think about things that, you know, that memories, good memories. But that's it. That's all I can think of.
My name is Tony Frederick Hill. I was born May the 8th, 1960 at Huntsville. I'm the second child of Carla Hill. I'm married to Faye, and we have 5 children. Their name is Mandy Thomas, born 11/12 of 78. Yeah, back here.
Okay.
Tyler Hill, that's not with me today, 7/16/88. Cameron Kaluzny, he's also not here, born 4/8 of 90. Danica Hill, back here, 12/12 of 93. And Damari Johnson, born 4/15 of 99. I have 2 grandchildren, one of which is crying now, but named Taryn Champlin, born 7/1 of 99, and Hunter Thomas, born 1/4 of 2004. I currently live in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I guess that's all I have to say.
Do you have any memories of coming to the farm?
Oh, we just used to come out here as kids. I used to love coming out here. The well, I guess, is the coolest thing. It just looks so small now, though.
It seemed awful big back then.
I can remember just barely being able to reach it.
Yeah.
Now it's just tiny.
Did you ever ride Grandpa Johnny's jacks?
And we never rode them. We always petted them and played with them. I can't remember riding them anyway.
I think I remember riding them. I remember
Do you?
yeah, I remember riding on Jenny, I think.
I don't remember.
Faced off a donkey.
Oh,
She didn't
yes,
know what a
please
donkey
do.
was.
Is that a deer?
I don't remember. City girl. City girl. She doesn't know.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No? Anyone?
I'm just glad to be out here today. Glad the whole family can get together. I really like doing this once a year. We can all get together and see all the kids and all the new babies.
Or just walking off.
Yeah, mine's leaving.
All right.
I'm Dana, and this is Hillary.
Dana what? Your whole name.
Dana Lynette Guthrie Hutchison.
Right.
And this is our daughter Hillary and Zachary, and this is my husband David. And what else do you want to know?
Write down that sheet.
Okay.
I need to know their birth dates, and they need to know your birth date, and they need to know his birth date.
December 23rd, 1969 in Little Rock. David was born July 26, 64 in Bentonville. Hillary's birthday is May 4th, 1990, and she was born in Hagerstown, Maryland. And Zachary's birthday is June 30th, 94, and he was born in Fayetteville. We have other children. David has 2 sons, Scott, and he was born January 20th of 83, and Aaron, who was born the same birthday as Hillary, just 5 years earlier, May 4th, 1985. We have 1 grandchildren, that is Scott's daughter, and her name is Holland Michelle, and she was born July 7th of this past year. We live here in Elkins, and our address is 21778 Richland View Road, back on the old homestead where we lived whenever I grew up. Some favorite memories of Grandma and Grandpa is I can always remember Sunday dinners and suppers, and Grandma always catered to us, and we got to eat on the TV trays in front of the TV watching Walt Disney World, or Walt Disney on Sunday night. And another memory, On Saturdays, we'd all get together in Aunt Carla's car and go to Kmart, to the garage sales, and we were all packed in there. It was pretty fun. Lots more memories, but that's just a few.
All right, thanks. Okay, you're on.
All right, my name's Kirk R. Guthrie. I'm the only one with just a middle initial. And
It doesn't stand for anything?
nope, just middle initial. That's all it is. I was born March 17th, 1974 in Fayetteville. I'm the first son of Lanny and Jean Guthrie. And I'm married to Tanya Guthrie. My wife. I've been married for 11 years. This is our youngest daughter, Carissa. Our next oldest daughter, Nicole. This will be the youngest son, Jason, and our oldest son, Shannon.
Okay, and give us their birthdays. Did we get your birth date?
That's what I'm going for. We have one that's not here though. Her name's Tasha Renee Cooper. She was born in 110-88. Nicole was born 7-8-89. Shannon was born 2-20-91. And Jason was born 8-8 of 92. Carissa was born 7-7 of 94. And I have 0 grandchildren, thank goodness.
Okay. And your mailing address?
My mailing address is P.O. Box 526 in Elkins, 72727. Any comments? I don't know.
What are your memories of coming to the farm?
Listening to Grandpa yell at us all the time for tearing up the dirt road as we spun the tires as we come in. That was my favorite thing to do.
That's it. We just ran out of battery right there on that.
Dang.
You're on, Kirk.
All right, I guess I got a couple favorite stories then.
All right.
My first one would be getting in trouble all the time for spinning tires coming out the driveway, just to let everybody know we'd been here. And then the second one would be the time I was in the pond upside down on the three-wheeler with Dana. When she rode us in there because she didn't turn it and go around it, she drove right in it.
Because I didn't want to run over him. And his daddy said not to turn it real sharp or we would flip and it would kill both of us. So I eased us into the pond.
I don't know about eased, but it went in the pond anyway. And that's about all I reckon.
Let's see your eyeball.
All right.
This is a one of a kind. Where's the zoom on this thing? Right here? Hang on.
Yeah, that's the zoom.
All right, hold still for a minute. There it is. He has eyes in the back of his head.
I can see
All right.
everything.
That's good. All right. Let's see. Now, where's the? How do I pause it? Just hit this.
Yeah.
You're on.
I'm Chad Wayne Guthrie. I was born July 24th, 1980. This is my wife, Christina Guthrie. She was born July 1st of 1982. We've been married for 4 years.
And your parents are?
Well, sometimes I claim him as Lanny Guthrie. My mom's Jean Guthrie. Half the time it's just Jean. We live in Elkins. Don't have no kids yet, but we're going to have a family meeting here in a little bit, Uncle Rex said, and we're going to have a little comment on that one. No pressure.
And your mailing address?
17249 East Black Oak Road, Fayetteville.
All right. And do you have any memories of coming to the farm?
Well, I got the tongue lashings from Grandpa, and rolling down the hill in a tractor tire, shooting the car window out with the BB gun, getting in trouble for that one too. And I think that's about it.
You got anything else you want to say? Hey, now's your chance.
No, not as long as everybody gets to see my pretty face. I'm good.
All right, that's it. You're on.
Hi, I'm Stormy Renee Caney. My birthday is July 7th, 1974. This is my husband, Denny. His birthday is March 25th of 72. And we got married last year, June 24th. So we've been married just about a year now. And this is my son, Jordan, Holiday Riles. And his birthday is February 25th of 94. We live in Fayetteville. Our address is 893 South Regency, zip code of 72701. What next?
Let's see. We have memories of the farm.
All right. I remember coming here almost every Sunday, seemed like.
Oh, did we get your children's birthday?
Yes.
Birthdates? Okay.
Yep. Coming here almost every Sunday, and always having lots of good food, and everybody washing dishes afterwards, and always playing outside. We always walked to the end of the road, and all kinds of fun stuff like that. Grandma taught us to make dolls out of hollyhock flowers, and use a closed bud for the head and a open skirt for the skirt, open one for the skirt. We always got in trouble because we'd pick them all and make a whole bunch. Lots of fun memories.
All right, Kenny.
My name is Kenny William Enderlin. My birthday is August 6th of 79. This is my wife Miranda. Her birthday is September 27th of 79. And this is our new son, Case William Enderlin, which was born April 19th of this year, of 2005.
And your parents are?
My parents are Mitzi and Bill Enderlin. Memories of the farm, I remember a lot of different things. I remember the hickory nuts in the front yard, driving Grandma and Grandpa crazy, throwing the hickory nuts on the tin roof and getting in trouble all the time. And I remember the tree in the front yard that everybody always tried to climb. I remember being too small to get into the tree, and then getting older and finally being able to get into the tree.
Which, there's one on back here?
The one in the front yard here, yeah.
Okay.
Big mimosa tree. I remember rolling tractor tires off of the hill here and having to roll them all the way back up. A lot of different memories. I think that's...
Did we get your mailing address?
Mailing address is 2280 North Center in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's 72701 is the zip code.
Is there anything else y'all would like to say?
I think that's all.
I think that's it.
All right, thank you. You're on. Make sure we know who your parents are.
All right, I'm Kelly Dawn Clark. My mom is Creta.
We delivered a gun safe for Randy.
I was born December 1st, 1976. This is Ben Allen, and we're going to be married in September 17th. And this is my oldest daughter, Heather Nicole Jones. She was born November 24th, 1993. And this is my youngest daughter, Sarah Beth Jones, and she was born September 28th, 1996. We live in Farmington.
I've got a buddy that had a 30 gun safe.
And my memory of Grandma and Grandpa is, I remember going to the flea market on Tuesdays for the summer with them, and Grandpa would make us eat the corn and the watermelons so that we could show all the customers how good the corn and watermelon was.
Did we get your mailing address?
Oh, no. All right, my mailing address is 148 North Haven Street, Farmington, 72730.
And we got your birth date. Okay. Ready, Casey?
And my name is Casey John Clark. I'm the son of Creta Guthrie. I was born May 23rd, 1979. This is my oldest son, Cameron. He was born August 20th of 1999. This is my youngest son, Hunter. He was born September 11th of 2003. I'm the second of 3 children. I live in Fayetteville, Arkansas on 1743 Tallgrass, 72701. And my biggest memory of the farm and around here was always working in the gardens with Grandpa. We were always picking the watermelons that she was talking about. That was my job. And that's what I remember most.
All right. Zach, you're on.
All right. My name is Zach Cooper Clark. I was born February 26, 1986. I'm the youngest son of Creta Guthrie, and most of my memories of whenever I was younger was pretty much chasing around all the older kids since I was the youngest, trying to hang out with them pretty much.
That's what I did.
My mailing address is 1356 Madison, 7305 Wesley, Arkansas.
You're the youngest?
Oh, and Mom wants us to tell everybody that I'm the youngest granddaughter and he's the youngest grandson of Johnny and Lola.
All right. Anything else you would like to say?
I'm in the middle.
All right.
What damn steak?
Yeah.
His battery's running out.
What story? What story about
About Fred?
About
We got it.
how we got the farm.
You can't hear it.
I can hear it.
I know about Dad's old place here. It goes back into the 20s, early 20s. A family named Davis. The old man's name was Ike Davis, bought it. And when he first came in this road from the highway, he came in a T-model Ford, and it was just a wagon road, and they had to stop and chop stumps to get their car over. When they came, the old shack was out somewhere around where the barn is now. And in either 21 or 22, they built this log part of this old house here, and then the kitchen and the other rooms was added on later.
I remember when this room was built on.
I do too.
It was a porch. It was a porch.
And it was enclosed. And the Davises stayed here till sometime in the 30s or late 30s, and then during the Depression they went to California. And while in California, they advertised an Arkansas South Hillside farm, 40-acre farm, pretty place with apple orchards, and they sold it to a guy in California, sight unseen. And when the guy from California came to Arkansas to see his beautiful Ozark farm, he couldn't find it. And he stopped enough places that he finally located it. And of course, when he got here, it was grown up and brush and weeds over your head, and the old buildings was falling down. And he was so mad that he went down around Wesley and Cherry Creek wanting to sell the old place. Dad's Uncle George always was a horse trader, always had a little extra money in his pocket. So Uncle George bought the place.
Was that Uncle George Boyd?
Uncle George Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
And that would have been in the late 40s. And sometime around 49 or 50 is when Uncle George bought it. And I imagine he had Dad in mind when he bought the place, because Dad didn't hardly have any place to live. But anyway, he hit Dad up to buy it, and he told Dad he'd take $400 for it. And of course, Dad didn't have $400, but he agreed to give him $200 in cash, a set of harness, and a milk cow. And that is how Dad came into being on the place.
And that would have happened about when?
I think Dad got the place in 1950.
I was born here.
And I know that
I moved in it in 52.
And Mitzi was born here. So you were the first one born here.
Well, I was actually born in the house, but
Yeah.
we were living here.
I'm pretty sure on the deeds that Dad took ownership of it in 1950.
But Dolores, didn't we live down here
We
and
lived-
then go back up to the Mary
We
place?
we came down and we lived here and had all of Grandma Hanson's furniture and a lot of her good stuff. But when we moved back up on the Mary farm, and I don't know why we moved.
I don't know either.
Because
The bigger house?
Because Mom thought the house was too little.
Oh, okay. So we left.
That was before the porch was in place.
Yeah, we left a lot of stuff, and it got vandalized. So we don't have. That's the reason we don't have much of the antiques.
Mom's grandpa McCoy, he had his mantle clock.
Yeah.
And the boys that come in, they had to take it apart to see how it worked, and that was the end of the old mantle clock. That was about the only thing that was working there.
But then, when did we didn't move back down here then?
We moved back down here not long after Freddie was born, because Mitzi was born here.
Yeah, I mean, I've never lived anywhere else.
I lived here when I was 3 or 4 or 5. We moved back up there, and we come back down here, I think, when I was 8. Seven or
Lenny,
8.
it was right after Lenny was born. Lenny was born up on the Otis Johnson place.
Yeah, I wasn't born here, but I moved here about the time I was a year old.
We must have come back down here when I was 10.
Yeah, that'd be about
This also used to be a little room right here.
The porch?
Yeah, the porch was a little room.
Huh.
And the road was behind the house.
Oh, yeah. The road did go behind. Yeah, there was a road. Yeah, we walked to school up that road.
We went to
The school bus didn't come that way when we was going to school. Yeah, froze your hair, got
Froze my hair.
And a couple of Freddie's cousins, Jerry Calico and Storm Ingram, wiped all the fences out through here one night, and I ain't sure you wasn't in the car with them when the state troopers chasing them through here.
Well, we might not ought to put that in the video.
That's Jerry Calicone's storm. Ain't gonna wipe
Too
all
late
the
now.
fences out coming through here.
And Johnny Evans is with him.
Well, let's walk around the edge of the house for just a minute. We'll just look out that way and then we'll be done.
Hey, I lost the lawnmower bolt. It's gonna be laying right up there.
Let me tell my baby bye.
Walk out toward this way and I'll tell you the story about Dolores nearly cutting her finger off.
Oh, great.
Mom, cut all this shit down with a weed eater.
Mom turned around, didn't she?
Cut all this shit down with a weed eater, and I was gonna remow it all.
Mom.
Right, exactly. Bye-bye.
See you, Tony.
Oh, I will. I will.
See you, Tony.
Ooh, we got heartburn.
Who's getting her backside?
Hey, you see where Fred Clark's got all
The old fireplace was there where those double windows was up until Dad bought it. He took the old fireplace out. Put in a heat stove.
That pot belly.
But this right here, when we moved back, the front room was the bedroom. This room right here was a bedroom.
Yeah, that's where I had the measles.
That's where we all had the measles. Betty, Mama's sister Betty, lived with us at that time. You remember? You remember all that? Because there was 3 beds in here.
Right after Dad bought it, we didn't move down here for a while, and he let an old bachelor named Jim Harden live in it. And he'd come down here to visit old Jim Harden in the wintertime, and he had a little sheet iron stove, and he was afraid to build a fire, afraid he'd set the house on fire, and he'd have just a little bitty fire in the middle of the stove, and he'd be sitting with his arm around it like that. Because he didn't want to burn Dad's fancy house down.
Well, you know, actually, really, that was the bedroom whenever you moved back down here, and that was also the bedroom as me and Missy and Critter was growing up most of our lives.
Mom and Daddy's. But it was the front room.
Yeah, it was the front room, but that's where Mom and Dad slept.
Yeah.
Because I got a couple of friends, which now one of them is married to our niece,
But do you know?
that come through the door one night. And I said, be careful because you'll trip over the bed. And he wasn't careful. He tripped over the bed and got in the bed with Mom.
Oh, okay.
He happens to be married to Carver's daughter.
Oh, Fred O'Neill.
We were talking about that just a minute ago. So the bedroom was still there up until after we left home.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get where we can see the barn and the
Do you remember
smokehouse.
where the kitchen was? When we first
Now,
moved
the
down
only
here?
place I remember the kitchen is where the kitchen's at.
No, the kitchen was the only place it was when we got here.
And this,
Kitchen used to be where the little bedroom is.
and the porch is now got the bathroom in it. When was that built?
That was never a porch, that was never nothing. That was a total add-on.
That was a back porch.
Well, there was a one was falling off.
Built
It was falling off.
in the 60s, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't in the 60s.
We were talking about that while ago.
Oh,
When
the
it was
bathroom.
built.
The bathroom was built after I got married, so it was built way after 73.
We were talking about that while ago when that was built.
It's like
I know Colin Bob put up the money to build them a bathroom.
Yeah. Me and Bob and Rex and Dolores was one put up the money in the.
And the bathroom is right there.
But now,
What year was that?
we can't remember.
I'm going to say about 76.
No, our kids were already born.
Well, Kelly was born in 76.
Sometime in the mid-70s. mid to late 70s.
Early 80s.
The front door used to be right there, where the window is.
Right there.
I didn't know that. No, I knew that, but I
knew it, but it wasn't there when I got here.
I was living here. No.
And that's where the smokehouse was, right?
That's all new. That was built when I was a teenager. That's really new. That's really new.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
And the year that Mitzi was born, your mama, Dolores, was always a wimp. If she ever got hurt, she had to cry about it. So
I don't remember that.
Yeah, anyway, we was out killing the chicken. Me and her, we was gonna cook. Mom was in the bed with Mitzi. Dolores come out here to the chopping block and went to cut the chicken's head off with an axe and knocked the top of her finger off.
See that scar right there?
So she said to me, she said, go in the house and get the kerosene, but don't let Mama know what's going on. So I went sneaking in the house to get a rag and some kerosene, and when I started back out, Mama figured out what was going on. But Dolores didn't whimper not one.
Not one bit.
You tough old girl, ain't you?
Oh, yeah.
But she'd stump her toe on the hill and whine for a week.
Well, it hurt. But that's okay. Carla used to hit me in the back with a poker.
Just once, and Mama
Well,
gave me
Missy
a
always
whipping.
dropped worms down my shirt. She always dropping worms down my shirt.
And the worms.
Always the good one of the whole damn
And
bunch.
Doyle, yeah, we could never get you up in the morning, and Daddy would throw water in your face. And Doyle did not want to go to school.
One of the bunch.
He whined and cried and kicked and screamed, and we'd have to drag him to school, and he wouldn't stay part of the time.
Yeah, they used to come off that hill right there from school.
We used to walk.
That was
That's
the
the way
road.
we walked.
I know. The original old road when this place was built, it was a well-traveled wagon road, not where the road is now, but over about 30 yards to the left. There's a washout, and it came from the mountain down through here to Cherry Creek. That was the main travel from the Boatwright Mountain to Cherry Creek.
Which is where the cemetery is.
Right up east of where the cemetery is, there was a Cherry Creek grocery store and a pretty popular community back in the 20s and 30s.
And right where we're standing used to be the prettiest creek myrtle.
Yeah, I got
Well,
one of those
the
cows.
road used to go right through there, and the creek ran the creek come right down through there, and I'll show you what I done with my finger, but not on camera.
Now,
So this is the one I mashed.
that's the catawba tree right there where all the worms used to come off of.
That one right there, and that's the one that Missy always got.
I hope your batteries about to run out because my leg is.
Oh, okay, start back.
Well, that's the one I mashed.
All right. Well, say something about the barn and the jacks, and then we'll be done.
We're just telling you about the barn and the jacks. Me and Mitzi got a story about the jacks in this barn. Well, that's new. That was after we left. Well, yeah, but that's the story. No, that's why I say that's when Dad came in.
The board part of the old barn has been there as long or longer than the old house. The metal part, Dad added on when I was a kid, probably in the 50s sometime, or early 50s. But the original old board part of it has been there as long as the house, and maybe longer. As a matter of fact, it may have been part of the old shack that they lived in before they built the old log house here.
But now, when we was kids, we used the barn that was out front, because that's where I milked all the cows.
It got pulled down. I remember when y'all pulled that
There
down.
was a log barn, an old type log barn out there that had a breezeway.
All the way through it.
A breezeway through the middle of it, had a corn crib on one side, milking shed, and a hay stall on the other side. When I was a little boy, in the late 40s, mid to late 40s, I was probably 6 or 8, Dad and Grandpa had corn together. They picked the corn in a wagon. Of course, I was always for long riding the wagon tongue and in the way.
Me too.
But they would pull up in the breezeway and shovel the corn into the corn crib. And as I was out there, I seen a little pile of shucks that had come off of the corn they were shoveling in. And I thought, that will be the softest seat there ever was. So I just run up there and I plopped right down in it. And it was a fresh cow pile with just a few shucks over it to cover it up. And it was a green cow pile, and it was soft.
All right.
Oh, yeah, me and the Lord put many a pitchfork full of hay in there, too.
That's right.
Got 60 seconds on the tape.
All right.
Anybody want to
I
say?
have a little memory about that barn.
Okay.
Right there on the upper side of it, there used to be a hen's nest. And I think I was about 2.5 years old. I climbed up there one day and it fell off on me. Put me right to the ground on top of me. And the next day I was right there on an 8-in Ford tractor a plowing. That afternoon, they took me to Prairie Grove. And I got that.
And we all remember that.
Not me, I wasn't born. Oh, I was too young.
I was born, but I
wasn't born. Hey, he's older than me.
I remember all that. I remember all that.
There's a little hen's nest right there hanging.
Yeah, I remember the hen's nest hanging on
I
there.
remember the hen's nest, but
And he had long curly hair, about that long.
Yeah.
Went down to his shoulders.
And it wasn't gray.
Everybody get close for one more shot.
And it wasn't gray, but we all love one another, and that's all that ever matters. If we,
And we're missing one that we love just as much as
and
these.
we'll all go to the grave loving one another.
August 7th, 2005.
that's us. Move up.
I'll zoom up slow. That's it.